Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm John, and I'm working as Cloud Data and AI Architect. In this video, I will walk through the key announcements from Databricks Data and AI Summit 2025, which took place recently. We will focus on the most exciting updates, such as Databricks Free Edition, Apache Iceberg Support, and Lakeflow. I will also show some quick videos to make it more practical. If you are into data engineering, big data, or AI, you are in the right place. Let's get started. Yes, the first and I think the most exciting announcement is Databricks Free Edition. Now you can experience Databricks without any credit card or business email. Let's check the announcement. Databricks introduced Databricks Free Edition, which you can try Databricks. From Databricks blog page, you can see that Databricks Free Edition now includes many features of the Databricks Enterprise Edition. And also, Databricks investing heavily for the Databricks Academy, which you can able to find some free courses where you can learn more about Databricks. Okay, now how can we use Databricks Free Edition? First, visit databricks.com/learn/free edition. In this web page, you will see a sign up button. First, you need to sign up. It's a very easy process. You will just enter your email address and fill in your name and surname information. Then there will be a validation email. Once you click it, the Databricks workspace will be available for you to use. Okay, once you sign up, you will have your Databricks Free Edition workspace ready to use. Now, as you can see, this is the Databricks Free Edition workspace. I will plan to create a separate video about the usage of Databricks workspace, but right now let's try some examples. Okay, now we are in Databricks Free Edition workspace. Let's check some features. In this Databricks Free Edition, like the Enterprise Edition, there are many features that you can experience. The only thing is, in the compute section, you will see that we are unable to use a serverless status warehouse, which is 2x small, and Databricks won't let us to create any new cluster or compute resources, but I think the serverless starter warehouses will be enough for nearly all the purposes. Now let's try a few things. First, I will try to create a notebook in Databricks Workspace and run some sample Python code. So in the workspace, I just click Create and create a sample notebook. I will rename it as Sample Notebook. I will just write a simple Python code and run it. When you click the Run button, it will just start the serverless warehouse in the back and it will just run our code. So you can see our Python code is working. Okay, now let's try the catalog. I just click the catalog and we can see that Databricks creates a catalog named Workspace. Let's create a schema under that Workspace catalog. I just click the catalog and click the Create Schema button. I just write a name for our schema, such as test, and hit the create button. Okay, now our schema is ready. Now let's try to create a sample table inside this schema. I go to the SQL editor. Okay, now let's try to create a sample table, insert data into it, and view that table. First, don't forget to select the new schema that we just created. We are using our workspace catalog, and the schema is our test schema. Now I will just run our query. Alright, in around 6 seconds we created our table, we insert some data into it and we are able to see our table. Now let's try to see it in the catalog view. I just click the catalog button here to see my catalog objects. I selected my workspace catalog, I selected my test schema, and I can see my sample table here. When I click the sample table in the overview section, I can see that this is a delta table and it is a managed table. In the sample data section, you can able to see your sample data without running any query. In the history tab, you will be able to find all the history related information about your table. And with the help of Delta Lake, you are able to time travel by using version or timestamp. And in the lineage menu, you are able to see the downstream and upstream sources around this table. If you click the lineage graph, you will have a graph that contains the lineage information for your table. Okay, now let's continue with Apache Iceberg. Databricks announced that Apache Iceberg will be supported fully from now on. Databricks acquired Tabular company in June 7 in 2024. And Tabular was the company who was the original creators of Apache Iceberg. With this acquisition, Databricks will have the Apache Iceberg and Delta Lake open source Lakehouse formats together. And now Databricks announced full support for Apache Iceberg in Unity Catalog. In the web page, you can see all the details about Unity Catalog support for Apache Iceberg. And now, together with Delta Lake, you will be able to use Apache Iceberg in Databricks and in Unity Catalog. Now let's try to use it. Yes, we will use the same SQL query that we just used previously. The only difference for using Apache Iceberg is we will use the using Iceberg statement in the create table query. Now, just run the code. Okay, great. In 6 seconds, our Iceberg table has been created. We inserted some data inside it, and now we are able to see the data inside it. Now let's try to view this Iceberg table in the catalog. I just click the catalog, I just click the workspace catalog, I select my test schema, and here I can see my sample table Iceberg table. If you click our new Iceberg table, we will see that the data source is shown as Iceberg and it is a managed table again. So we will be able to use the Databricks features such as optimization and automatic storage cost reductions. Also from the sample data, you will be able to see the data sample here. From the history, you will be able to see all the history details, which means that you are also able to use time travel in Apache Iceberg. Also from the lineage menu, similarly to Delta table, you will be able to see your downstream and upstream tables. And also from the lineage graph, you will be able to see the graph representation of your table. Databricks also announced that Lakeflow is now generally available. With Lakeflow, there are some critical components such as Lakeflow Connect, Lakeflow Declarative Pipelines, and Lakeflow Jobs. Okay, now just check them with a demo. From the Databricks Data Ingestion menu, you will see the Databricks Connect features. Previously, there is Salesforce and Workday connector already, but now we have got some new Databricks connectors, such as ServiceNow, Google Analytics Raw Data. Probably because this is Databricks Free Edition, we can only see 2 new Databricks connectors, but in the summit, they show some new Databricks connectors also. Also, that's always possible to use some third-party connectors such as Fivetran. And if you use Fivetran, of course, you will be able to connect many more applications, databases, and other components. But using Databricks connectors is also very easy, such as if you click ServiceNow connector, you only define source and destination, and then you can ingest data directly from ServiceNow. For the jobs, if you click Workflow and then you just select Create Job, you will see some new types that you can add to your job configuration, such as dbt and also Power BI. For ETL pipelines, now we are able to use the new feature called ETL Pipeline Editor. So if we just select one ETL pipeline, you will see that the Edit Pipeline button here. If we click on it, it will open a new window. This is the new ETL Pipeline Editor window. And from here, it is much more easier to manage all your ETL pipelines. Databricks also announced Lakeflow Designer, where you can create ETLs without any code, just by telling AI. Databricks DLT pipelines are also now becoming available in Apache Spark as Lakeflow declarative pipelines. There is a small syntax change, such as now apply changes into is becoming AutoCDC, and from live source table statement is now changing a little. It becomes from stream and the source table, but other parts are exactly the same. Another new important announcement is Lakebase. Databricks says that they will combining the Lakehouse with the database, and they said that they created a fully managed PostgreSQL, which is an OLTP for Lakehouse. According to Databricks, they are decoupling compute and storage, which means you can scale independently for compute and storage resources. Also, Databricks said that with Lakebase, you will be able to branch your database. Such as in Git, as you know, if you want to use a feature branch, you just write git checkout -b feature / your branch name, and you just create a separated branch without touching the main branch. Like this, you will be able to use Lakebase and create a branch database. Databricks also announced that Apache Spark 4.0 is available now, And also you will be able to use Apache Spark 4.0 in Databricks Runtime 17. Also with Apache Spark 4.0, the real-time mode is becoming available. In structured streaming, we are able to only use micro batch mode in Apache Spark, which you will be able to use minimum 1 second. But with the real-time mode, we will be able to use milliseconds. Also, Databricks announced Lakebridge, which is a free migration tool for your workloads to migrate from legacy warehouses to Databricks. Lakebridge code is available in GitHub and you can directly use it for migrating your workloads to Databricks. Finally, there are some AI announcements. Databricks apps become generally available. Agentbricks, which you are able to use agents, is now in beta phase. MLflow become 3.0. Serverless GPU is now in beta stage and you will be able to use serverless GPU in your compute. Now Databricks has got MCP support. In this video, I tried to summarize the most exciting announcements from Databricks Data and AI Summit 2025. Personally, the most impressive updates for me was Databricks Free Edition. What got your attention the most? Please let me know in the comments. If you would like to see more content like this, please do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.